So our last type of transformation is called the composition of transformations. What this is it follows the sequence of transformations, meaning that more than one transformation is happening. So we look at example 1. It says triangle TRY is translated with using the rule x minus 4, y minus 3. So we're going to go left 4 and down 3, and then rotate it 90 degrees counterclockwise about the origin. Graph and list the new vertices. So what you do is you start with the original pre-image. My points for t is negative 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2, 2. These are the points, T, R, and Y. This is the pre-image, the original picture. So then I'm going to translate those points using the rule x minus 4 and y minus 3. And then I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees clockwise. Then I will have my new image. So for the translation, x minus 4, y minus 3, you substitute in your x's and your y's. So when you substitute in negative 1 minus 4, you get that it's negative 5, negative 1. So this is t prime. So negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, negative 1. That's t prime. R, 3 minus 4 is negative 1. 4 minus 3 is 1. This is r prime. And then y prime, you substitute in 2 minus 4 is negative 2. 2 minus 3 is negative 1. So when you graph that, your y prime, this is your first transformation. Then you rotate it 90 degrees clockwise. So using your graphic organizer, if you rotate it 90 degrees clockwise, the rule is y negative x. So if we write that for the rotation, 90 degrees clockwise, y negative x. That's the rule we need to follow, y negative x. So for t double prime, because this is my second transformation, you switch the x and y. Your x becomes your y becomes your x. And you take the opposite value of the x, so 5. R double prime, switch the x and y, you have y, take the opposite value of x, and y double prime, switch the x and y, and then your x. So my t is negative 1, 5. This is t double prime. R double prime. And this would be y double prime. That's your new image. So it'd be negative 1, 5, 1, 1, negative 1, 2. That's your first example. Let's look at our second one. So example 2, you're going to find the new coordinates of triangle LMN when rotated 90 degrees clockwise about the origin. So going back to my graphic organizer again, rotated 90 degrees clockwise, so it's y negative x. That's going to be your first rule. Y negative x for my first rule. And then you reflect in the x-axis, so reflect over the x-axis is x negative y. So my second rule is that. So my original, my pre-image points, L is 3, 1, M is negative 1, 6, and N is negative 3, 2. So when I apply, let's graph it. 1, 2, 3, 1, this is L. This is M. This is N. So this is my original triangle, my pre-image. So now I'm going to apply the rotation of 90 degrees clockwise. So I'm going to switch my x and y, and I'll take the negative x value. So L prime is 1, negative 3. M prime is 6. The opposite of negative 1 makes it a positive. And N prime, 2, positive 3. So if you graph them, 1, negative 3, this is my L prime. 6, 1, this is M prime. And then this is N prime. So this is my first transformation in my sequence, but we're not done yet because we also have to reflect these points over the x-axis for your final image. So L double prime is that you keep the x, but you take the opposite of y. M double prime, you keep the x, take the opposite y. N double prime, you keep the x and take the opposite of y. So we have 1, 3, and that would be labeled as L double prime. Make sure I count right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Negative 1, that's M double prime. And then 2, negative 3, that's N double prime. This is our final transformation in the sequence. And if you want at the end, so that I know which one's your final picture, if you want to highlight or use the different colors like I did, that really helps keep everything straight.